I'm Morgan Miller, the Field Applications Engineer at Systems Innovation Engineering, and I'm here to talk about our supply chain software, SCAR. So basically, the early lifecycle engineering process has three crucial parts to it. The requirements, so defining what the capabilities of a product need to be, then being able to design those capabilities and apply them to an actual product, and being able to basically be able to design them, build them out, and create those requirements with the supply chain in mind in order to build a product that is going to last a long time and be able to be built in the first place. So SCAR, it stands for Supplier Capabilities Analytics and Reporting, and it is a supply chain risk management tool used for sourcing products and capable suppliers. And this is in order to find alternative suppliers as well as um, mitigate any supply chain risks and ensure that the product can actually be procured. This will also give the user confidence that the product that's being designed can have a substantial lifespan. So how is SCAR unique? I'm sure that you've used other supply chain software previously. Well, our software is an accredited software that's in IL5. Not only that, but it can be integrated with Windchill, PLM, and we do currently have the Navy as our customer. One of the main points of our software is to prevent foreign dependencies. It's also unique in the fact that it will provide full visibility into the industrial base. And so how does SCAR work? SCAR works basically by having two parametric searches. So those two different parts, and why SCAR is also unique is that it can basically, you have your COTS products and you have your capabilities. So if you are looking for a product that's already off the shelf, you basically cannot find that, you also have the option of searching for a supplier that's able to build that product out. And so we kind of have it split up not only in being able to purchase those products, but you have those companies that are able to design, manufacture, and test those different products or components that you're trying to procure. So how do we know how to define what a capability is, and how do we kind of separate our database out? Basically, we are working with SMEs, so subject matter experts, in order to define what the capabilities are and understand how we know a company has a given capability. And so once we kind of have the specifications for each industrial base sorted out and decide what is important to basically spec out and filter our data, then we're able to basically aggregate data through machine learning. So we're pulling through all of these other databases like public and private data sets, and actually going to the suppliers themselves and presenting data that we've found on them and allowing them to self-report. So this is kind of how we have built out this SCAR capability database. And so a use case and an important way that you can use SCAR and how it'll benefit your company, basically being able to identify trade-offs during designs. I was talking about that early lifecycle trifecta, being able to have those requirements, the system modeling tool, and using SCAR at the same time. Our tool will actually eventually integrate with these MBSE tools in order for you to easily use SCAR at the same time as these tools, and figure out if you're able to get these components and spec them to certain sizes in order to mitigate any supply chain risks as well as foreign dependencies. For example, use case could be if you're looking for some CNC machining. So if you're going to go through and look at on our SCAR database itself, like I said before, we have it split up into products, COTS products, as well as capabilities. So we're going to go directly to the capability section, since this is a manufacturing capability for a customer. So CNC milling, we have that as a separate category. And what you can see here is that there's only one result if I am looking for a specific part. So you can use the software while you're in the design process to basically determine what size component that you would need and what would mitigate the supply chain risk. So if you adjust the part length, then you will see an increase in the companies that are able to complete this CNC milling process. So by using SCAR at the same time as this any NBSE tools, you're basically able to ensure the product is capable of being built while ensuring that you're still designing to the specific spec. And so being able to prevent those single or sole source risk and identifying companies with this design capability at the same time as you're designing. So the second use case is using SCAR to source COTS products. So the current options for searching for COTS equipment is basically using any search engines, Google Safari, using aggregators, and actually having a known supplier for your company. So there's a lot of complications with those current sourcing process, being taxonomy differing, the specs not being universal, it being time consuming, and that also basically wastes a lot of money. So when we specifically look at a use case, like if you were searching for a fast steering mirror, if you're not familiar with this product at all, then you Googling it or going on any search engines and looking for it is basically going to be very time consuming because of the differences in taxonomy. In that case, you're clicking on these different links and going on these different databases and looking specifically at those product specifications or details. Well, a lot of times on these various sites, they are hard to compare and they may have been missing data within each spec. So in the case of how SCAR is beneficial, basically when you are looking for a product, it follows a common equipment taxonomy, so it's easy for comparisons. It will also tell you what the product is so you can learn more about it, not have to do your own research. As well as when we're integrating with these subject matter experts, they're basically defining what these capabilities or specifications should be for the products. And so you're able to look at these specs that are important and filter through them very easily. And so you're able to search for a company with the capability to actually build that product right off the bat rather than spending a lot of time and money looking for other products or known sources. The other important part for this use case is basically that if you don't find a supplier with the specs that you're looking for, then you can actually just go to the capabilities section and look for a supplier to build this product for you. So all in all, SCAR is a combination of SME knowledge and machine learning to identify supply chain risks as well as second source different products and capabilities. And so the general release for SCAR on the commercial side is going to be early next year, 2024. So once again, I'm Morgan Miller from Systems Innovation Engineering, and if you have any additional questions or are interested in SCAR, you can go to our website following the QR code or contact me directly. Thank you.